Hi, my name is Joe Camberato, entrepreneur, CEO, and founder of National Business Capital. Thanks for watching this video. In this video, I'm going to talk about SBA loan interest rates, what the rates are, a few things that you should know and consider when looking to take out an SBA loan. There's two things that you need to understand with SBA loans, which most people don't understand. SBA loans are funded by banks, like traditional banks, all the big names, but also non-bank SBA lenders. All they do is SBA lending. There's no checkings and savings, no bank stuff. All they do are SBA loans, and that's their main focus. And the rates are pretty much the same, sometimes even can be more competitive than an actual bank. They're usually very similar, not that far off. But what's important are non-bank SBA lenders move fast because that's their sole focus. The requirements, though, are typically the same, but one bank or non-bank lender may not really love working with restaurants, and some may and still lend to restaurants. So if you were declined by one SBA bank, it doesn't mean that you'll be declined from another. And some banks and SBA lenders are a little bit more lenient than others. Typically, there's two SBA loan products. One is a 7A, which is a working capital loan. It's a 10-year repayment term, and you can go up to a total of $5 million. Now, some banks will go all the way up to $5 million without real estate. Some banks, once you pass about $500,000 to $750,000 on a 7A, will want real estate. So that's good to understand. There's also a 504 SBA loan, which is utilized to purchase real estate and do an SBA loan for real estate. You only have to put down 10%. You can buy a piece of real estate or a business with real estate in it. That is over a 25-year term. So basically, the way most SBA lenders, bank and non-bank lenders, make up the interest rates. It's typically prime rate plus anywhere from 0 to a maximum of 2.75%. But let's just say that you apply and you get approved for prime rate plus 2%. Well, right now when I make this video, prime rate is at 7.5%. Prime rate has gone up because of inflation. A year ago or a year and a half ago, prime rate was like at 3.5% or 3.25%. But right now it's at 7.5%. So if you get approved at prime rate plus 2%, your total or effective interest rate would be 9.5%. And that rate will change if the Fed raises the prime rate or decreases the prime rate. So if the rate goes down, your total rate would go down. If the rate goes up, your total rate would go up. So it's important that you understand that. Now, sometimes banks will allow you to lock in your interest rate. This is more typical with the 504 product when buying real estate, that you lock in that rate. Usually with the 7A working capital loan, the rate will be floating. Now, right now, what's important to take into consideration is the prime rate is at the highest it's been in a very, very long time. So you may want to consider going with the variable and adjusting rate option to hedge that rates will most likely come down in the future so that your rate will actually go back down. What's really important to understand about getting an SBA loan is you can go these two different routes, banks or non-bank lenders. If you're working with a bank, it will most likely take you about 90 days, sometimes even longer. And depending on the bank, unless they're a very business-focused bank, but a lot of the big brand banks, unfortunately, they don't really give you a lot of help in explaining the process and working with you and assisting you to apply for an SBA loan. When working with non-bank lenders, they're usually a little bit more eager and helpful to work with you throughout the process. More importantly, this is exactly why we created National Business Capital. So National Business Capital I created back in 2007 with one simple mission: create a place that has all the different business lending products so owners can go to one place, apply, and get matched to the right lender. So on my platform, there's SBA lenders, and those are typically non-bank SBA lenders because they move quick. There's also other products, business term loans, lines of credit, equipment financing, AR financing, inventory lending. So if you wind up not qualifying for an SBA loan, we can immediately look at other products to offer to you and your business. That's really important to understand. What's really cool with working with us is we have a proprietary SBA loan calculator. We can plug in all your numbers from your tax return, from your financials, and let you know almost immediately if you're going to qualify for an SBA loan. Now, this is very important because it can be a very long process just to find out that you're approved or declined. And at a bank, you can go through a 30, 60, 90-day process just to find out that you're not approved. We don't want to do that through you because we respect your time as a business owner and we understand that your time is valuable. So up front, we can tell you with a very high probability that you're going to get approved for an SBA loan. So if you pass that, then we can collect all the documentation, help you apply, and speed it through our process. Because we have a really dialed in process with this, and we do this over and over again, we can typically get your SBA loan funded in about 45 to 60 days, which is about half the time that it would be with working with a bank. So really important to know. What's also important to know, when you're going to apply for an SBA loan, you'll need 3 years of personal tax returns. You'll need 3 years of business tax returns. If you've only been in business for 2 years, then 2 years. But you'll need to be in business for at least 2 years. If you're in business for longer than 2 years, then 3 years of business tax returns and 3 years of your financial statements, so profit, loss, and balance sheet. Also your year-to-date balance sheet, and then a personal financial statement, which is just a listing of all of your assets and liabilities personally. If you don't have those things together, you'll not be able to apply. What's also really important is that you'll need to be profitable in your most recent year's tax return, and that profit will have to be able to support the debt or the SBA loan that you're taking out. Now, there's a lot of different variables there and things to understand, so if you simply just reach out to my team, we can help talk through those things. We can look at those documents up front and let you know if you're going to qualify for the amount that you're looking for. And if not, that's okay. We can talk to you about other products that are most likely available to you and your business. I hope you found this video helpful. I wanted to make it quick, easy. I wanted to point out some helpful things that you really need to know when looking for an SBA loan. Thanks for tuning in. I want to wish you nothing but success in your business and make sure that you keep growing.